Don't be cute, Walter, he says. I'm not being melodramatic. I really wanted to kill you. So he gives this Walter fellow a lot of importance that he would even want to kill him. Look, if you're going to talk to me, call me Reuben, Walter finally says to him. And he said, I've never felt that way before, Danny says back to him. This is on page approximately, I don't know, 69 or something. I don't know exactly what it is in your book. He said, I never felt that way before. And there was Danny Sanders sitting on my bed, dressed in his Hasidic clothes, wanting to kill me because I had pitched him some curveballs. So it's a pretty nice beginning to their friendship. And then they start talking about Danny's position, that he's going to succeed his father. But he also reads other things, like he's been reading the famous novel Eisenman from Sir Walter Scott. And he confesses to Reuben that he's got a photographic memory. And he's also been looking into psychoanalysis. So he's been reading a lot of things that his father wouldn't approve of. And where's he been getting these things? As things will turn out in chapter 4 and onwards, he's getting them from the library. He's been going to the library in his spare time because he's such a quick read. And the person who he meets in the library is, as it turns out, Danny's father. So Danny's father has known this kid all along, but he's never told Danny about it. So this is where we're getting relations of fathers to sons. And so we get deeper into it, and as it turns out, as I told you, Reuben's father has met Danny, and let me get them mixed up. Reuben's father has met Danny in the library, so Reuben has known Danny all along. And he's the one who's been giving him these new, modern, secular books to read, because that's what he likes, and that's what he's interested in. The modern world, what's going on at the present time, and he's been feeding him psychoanalytic books, Freud and people like that, novels and things to read in addition to what he's been doing in his schooling. And so even when even when Reuben's been hit and then kind of mixed up in the face, Reuben's dad already knows the guy who hit him. He hasn't told his son this. That's why he's so surprised, I guess, when his son says he wanted to kill him, that Danny wanted to kill him. Okay, I'm getting confused here, but the point of the matter is you're getting deeper in relations of fathers and sons. There's hardly any mothers here or sisters, actually. All fathers and sons. And you begin to see that these fathers are very tender towards their sons. It's nothing like James Baldwin describes, as you see. They love their sons. They would do anything for their sons. Even Danny's father is totally obsessed with the son. Training him, preparing him, caring about him. He wants to train him so much that he wants him to understand what suffering is, because he doesn't want him to feel that suffering is something new when he has to face it, because he's been through so much suffering himself. The father, this Danny's father, lost his brother in the Holocaust and other members of the family who were killed before he fled from Central Europe. That he treats Danny, as I told you earlier, in this weird way. He won't talk to him because he doesn't want to show the love he feels for him too much. So on the other side of it, Reuben's father is being very kind to this Danny in many ways, almost acting like an adopted father. In the meantime, Danny finally invites Reuben to meet his father in the environment, something like Elijah Muhammad's world, where he goes in and all the Hasidic members of the sect are there for the Sabbath and so on, and it comes to dinner. I don't know where this is. They start talking in chapter 4 about what's going on between Danny and Reuben. Danny and his father are talking about these things. And it even turns out that Danny's reading Hemingway. Ignatius, and they have these discussions, I can't read them all to you, about, you know, whether you're a believer, whether you're not a believer, how orthodox you are, how unorthodox you are. And that goes all the way to the end of book 1. So in book 2 starts on page 95, chapter 5. And this